one thing I can tell you about Dean before he says anything is that he is like me, that he is married to someone smarter than he is. And so his wife is an OB-GYN doctor who serves at Tenwick Hospital, and many of you know my wife is a pediatrician, Shannon. So we have that in common. We're ministers, they're doctors. And so that's right. Okay, great. And so Dean, tell us a little bit about the mission and vision of Tenwick Hospital.
So we were in Tenwick in 1990 when there were no Kenyan doctors, it was all missionary doctors, and the vision was always to train the Kenyans, but at that time in 1990, we just didn't have the ability to do that. So my wife and I served for 2 years, and as you may have seen in the video, the simple mission statement is, we treat, Jesus heals. We treat, Jesus heals. Real simple. And one day I was running down the highway there, and I saw them repainting the sign, and it just said, we treat Jesus. I think that's pretty true. Whatever you've done in the least of these, my brethren, you've done it to me. So really, the hospital has been there since 1958 with our first doctor. But as I said, the goal has always been to train Kenyans. Well, we were there for 2 years, and that was the goal. But Cheryl was the first OB-GYN they'd ever had. So she trained the nurses to basically do deliveries and things like that. But that's about all we could do. Well, fast forward 25 years later, we'd always want to get back to Kenya. We just never were able to. But in 2014, we were able to come back. And now, there's 75% of our doctors are Kenyans. So we were really excited to see God transform the hospital to really carry on this vision. So as soon as we got there, my wife said we need to start an OB-GYN residency program. And Maryland has been a big part of that as well. So we're really excited, that's the vision. And so our vision is real simple, 40 by 40. And that means we're gonna train 40 African OB-GYNs by the year 2040, 2 per year. And if you do the math, that's pretty amazing, because even in Luke chapter 8, Jesus healed a woman that had been bleeding for 12 years, and Jairus' daughter, 12-year-old daughter. So he had 2 saves that particular day, and we've kind of done the numbers, and it's about what happens to all of our residents and my wife. They save about 2 lives per day. So if you do the numbers, 40 residents times 40 years of residency and their career, those 40 OB-GYNs will save over 1,130,000 people. Wow. Praise the Lord. So that's our vision. Awesome. And we started last month. Our first 2 residents, Fred and Zephora. In fact, we had a conference call with my wife this morning. They were just finishing lunch at my house, and they had the residents over. And so she brings you greetings, by the way, from Kenya. Wanasifiwe.
So what are some good ways for us to be able to engage with you guys?
Well, first of all, pray for us. We are desperately needing that, and continue to connect with Randy and Marilyn. They're there every year. They can update you. And especially for our residents, they're starting out. It's a new program, but we're real excited. And we're also praying for new staff to come in. So there's a couple of obstetricians that are full-time, but my wife is looking for somebody to take her place. So we're praying for other missionaries to come and join us, as well as funding our program. And I have a sheet that on the back table shows you some ways you can help financially with monitors, fetal monitors, our compassionate ministry fund. A lot of our patients can't afford the $250 it costs to do their deliveries and other procedures. A lot of them complicated. So they go to the ICU and stuff. So we're looking for people that want to sponsor a patient. We have a lot of doctors that come for short term, like Vanovers. We have other people that come post-residency. I know this is a big community of doctors and CBA ministers and folks, so they can come for a year or 2 and get some of their loans paid off. And so there's a lot of particular ways. And again, short-term missions. Maybe that's something you guys would be interested in.
Maybe just a half a dozen or so people over to Kenya to see what's going on there, and then come back and see if we can't annually serve, or every other year come in.
And I would say bring your family too, because we have opportunities for kids to work in the peds and to work with the community orphanages that we have. So there's community health development, and we send out people to do deliveries of wheelchairs to people, disabled kids, and that's a lot of fun. So it's not just medical professionals, but their families and spouses. And I'm in charge of Friends of Tenwick, and that's kind of one of my jobs as a non-medical person myself, to go out in the community and do outreaches and all kinds of things in schools, orphanages, and in the community.
Great. When Dean asked for me to bring my family, he was kindly saying, "Could you bring the doctor?"
That's right.
So,
no, we need you too, brother.
I don't know why, but anyway, no, I know we do. So, well, we're excited about it. I'm looking forward to engaging. So, Dean's in the back. He'll talk to you today if you want to know more, or if you want to talk to me about maybe going to Kenya at some point in the next year and really seeing this in firsthand. Then I'd love for you to do it. Okay. All right. Thanks, Dean. Appreciate it.